Please welcome to the stage the one and only Brian Long! Richard Ryder!
Okay, there's trouble. Bachelorette party, we got Ric Flair, bachelorette party. I just went to a Raptors game recently, and the kiss cam is not nearly long enough for me to come. I'm just getting started, they switch the couple, you're like, who are these two? I gotta give them a backstory. It's the whole thing. I don't have a good look for jobs. Like, I couldn't be a gynecologist. I look way too untrustworthy. Right, like, ladies, if you went in, took your pants off, and I walked in like, we doing this? All right. Oh, what, 'cause my buddies like to watch? That's a problem for you. Let's get started. Smells like a clean bill of health to me. Sorry, that's for the last patient. Okay, you have herpes. Oh, you don't? Well, you do now. Okay. Grab my skull ring from your vagina. You guys together? Do you guys think it's weird? Do you guys think it's weird that, like, during sex she can call you daddy and that's hot, but if she calls you dad, things just got really weird? Right, girl can be like, give me that dick, daddy. You're like, all right. She's like, give me that dick, dad. You're like, okay, I gotta call you an Uber, I think. Daddy's the only acceptable one. She definitely can't call you Papa. Papa, please, give me that dick, Papa. Fucking orphan right now. I grew up in a white family, recommend that. For sure the move. Now, you know what? Family doesn't matter for white people. Like, when I was growing up, my parents got divorced and now they both have new families and I'm not even part of either of them. Like, you go visit family, I just visit a family. Like, there's all these new members, there's a new stepsister, like, who's this guy? I'm like, I was an original member. What the fuck are you? It's like a sitcom and they killed off my character, but no one told me. You guys want to get some pizza? They're like, he doesn't even know it's a gluten-free house now. Okay, in a black family, you're more likely to get beat up, but in a white family, you're way more likely to get molested. Just statistically, white uncles are doing work on someone in this crowd. Like in a black family, you get licked. In a white family, you get licked. Uncles, man. That's why when I was 10, I actually molested my uncle just to beat him to the punch. One for the nephews. Take that, Uncle Fred. The nephews are on the come up. He was a quadriplegic. Not even a blood relative, just my aunt's boyfriend. You gotta let him know. Now, you know who runs the family in a white household is the dog. It goes parents, kids, dog. Head honcho. When I was growing up, my dog used to put peanut butter on his dick and make me lick it off. I know, it wasn't even a sexual frame, it was a power thing. He knows I'm allergic to peanut butter. You missed a spot. I'm like, sorry, sir. White people are on a bit of a timeout right now, just in general. Right? It gets weird. Like, white people can't even participate if other races are being racist against each other. Like, the other day, my Indian friend was like, this Asian dude crashed into his car, that's hilarious, right? And I'm just like, well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. You guys talk amongst yourselves here. Looks fun. All that racism. White people are like, I want to play racism, and they're like, no, you guys play way too hard. Any religious people here? They have curfew. I haven't read the Bible or the Quran or the Jew Quran. I think Jesus is probably black just because black people are so much cooler at religion. Like, and white churches are just creeping everyone the fuck out. Black churches are like, hallelujah, and the white ones are like, hallelujah. heaven's all fat black chicks. That's what I'm just saying. Well, at least my heaven. You know what I'm talking about. I think that the Bible, like religion's just like a book club, but they only have one book. I think. They're like, what are we reading? They're like, the Bible again. This book club sucks. I'm gonna join Oprah's book club. I want James Cameron to just buy the Bible franchise and fuck it up. Half the commandments, twice the heaven. And this one, you can covet thy neighbor's wife. Yeah, covered it. You want to get to heaven or not, kid? I was baptized. I don't want to tell you whether my priest molested me because a true gentleman never kisses and tells. No, my priest didn't molest me, but he did dip my naked body in water and whisper into my ear, "You're so fucking wet right now. Oh, you're dripping wet. Oh, but what are we doing? But your parents are watching." I'm like, when? He's like, "I'll use that as lube." Oh. That's how I was baptized. I've done some stupid white people shit that once. I sponsored a walrus. I thought it'd be cute. I'd be like, "That's my walrus. He's chubby, but I love him." But I didn't realize. I thought it was a one-time pop, but they've been taking money off my credit card for the last 2 years. I got fucked, and I tried to cancel, and they guilt tripped me. Like they put me on hold, and the hold because it was like 2,000 walruses die every day. Only a monster would cancel his subscription. And then the girl picked up, and she was like, "If you don't want a walrus, we could have you sponsor a seal." And I'm like, the animal's not the problem. As if I saw a walrus, and I'm like, that's what they look like? Get me the seal department. And then he was like, "Okay, what's your walrus's name?" And I'm like, "Brutus," like he made me say it. And he goes, "Actually, Brutus died, we transfer you to Spencer." And I was like, what the fuck? If my walrus died, that's the end of our transaction. I sponsor Brutus, he sounds like a badass. Spencer sounds like a bitch. I picture Brutus in the tank, smoking a cigar, bullying the other walruses. I picture Spencer sitting there like, "Yeah, my water's cold. Here's your fish, Spencer. I'm a vegan. I hate Spencer." So they let me cancel, but now for 2 months I'm still legally its sponsor. So now I'm just a deadbeat sponsor. So I've been calling Spencer up late at night drunk. "Spencer, it's your dad. I'm not gonna make your payment this month. Your walrus trainer's a cunt. Being really anti-Semitic. Jews run the zoos. Click. Deadbeat dad shit." I'm dating a girl. She's a Mexican or Chilean, or I'm not sure. I'm not her biographer. I think it's Colombian, the amount of coke that she does. These girls know what I'm talking about. Telling you, Toronto girls are doing a lot of coke. And they won't admit it. They'll be like, "I wasn't doing coke." And I'm like, "You went to the washroom 45 times. I'd rather you doing coke than just shitting nonstop." "No, I wasn't doing coke. I'm just punishing the toilet." Won't admit it. I'll be like, "Your nose is bleeding." He's like, "No, my nose is bleeding because I'm on my period, then I fingered myself and picked my nose." Nothing to it to go. A little period blood getting you guys mad in 2017? This guy's clapping a little too hard for period blood. It's my shit! Bathe in it! I'll always have sex with my girl on her period, but I always run outside naked with the blood on my dick screaming, "I just killed my cat!" Enjoy the food. Speaking of shit, that's how crap my friends are. 2 days ago, my buddy came to my house and clogged my toilet and wouldn't admit it, and it was just the 2 of us there. He's like, "It wasn't me." I'm like, "Well, I know it wasn't me because I'm me." He's like, "Maybe you forgot." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like I took such a big shit that I blacked out. Just woke up, where am I? Porcelain everywhere. And I told my other friend this, and he goes, "He did that to me too." It's his thing. He's driving around Toronto clogging toilets. You ever clog the toilet, sir? Never. What? Oh, she goes, yes, he has. Oh, this guy. The confidence. She's like, he took down 3 Starbucks this week. Just walked away as the pipes explode in the background. My dad was a clogger. My grandfather was a clogger. Started clogging real young. Actually clogged my mom's pussy on the way out. Clog life. So I'm dating this girl. She's really skinny because of all the coke. But in 2017, you're not supposed to be skinny. And it's true. And I posted a photo on Instagram, and someone was like, "This girl's way too skinny. That's not a real girl." And I was like, I thought it was a real girl, but that would explain the dick. Oh, fuck. Turns out I've been sucking a dude's dick this whole time. You ever have one of those days? Yuck, yucks. So I broke up with her. My new girlfriend's 900 pounds. I just want to be on the right side of history. We'd all sorts of fun things. I'd lie in the bed and she trampolines me into the roof. And I'd stand back down comically. Just all sorts of fun shit. She is morbidly obese, though. She has an oxygen tank to breathe, which is a bummer. During sex, she actually asked me to choke her, though, and I just turned down the oxygen. It's the only way she can come. I actually had a weird thing. I just came back from Vancouver, right? And I had to sit beside the biggest guy on the plane. And okay, I don't want to make fun of a guy for being big, but he a regular person had, so you know it was his own fault. So what happened, in the middle of the night, this guy wanted to go to the washroom, and I was sleeping, right? And I just woke up to him straddling me. And he leans in and he goes, I didn't want to wake you, man. You just made this so sexual. And I'm trying to wiggle out, but now I'm just motorboating. I'm like, and he's like, I can't. And I'm like, someone help. And then the stewardess is like, sir, let him by. And I'm like, I'm not participating. Like, you want to get by, you got to pay the fee. My plate, my rules. Do a jihad on these titties. Just pop up with a milk mustache. First world problems. What are those? People always say that, like, first world problems. I'm like, this is where I live. I'm not going to have third world problems. If I was on stage right now, like, my hut's leaking, you'd be like, why do you live in a hut? Psychopath. Like, it's just unrelated. If I'm motorboating a guy, I can't be like, well, at least we have running water! Right? It's unrelated. Like, if you're gonna say first world problems, at least say them all. This would be a first world problem. I have a wife and she fucks all my friends and I want to kill her, but I can't because it's not India, and I'm like, first world problems. Just me sitting there with a bucket full of stones and no one to legally throw them at. Problems. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, in China there's a building called Foxconn where so many employees committed suicide out the window they put up nets out to catch them. Can you think of a worse way to not die? You're having a bad day at work and you're like, that's it, I'm gonna commit suicide, I'm ending this. Then you jump out the window and then nothing but net. And then you gotta do the awkward walk of shame back to your cubicle. Jim, you try to commit suicide again? That's coming out of your lunch break. Unless we have a netting fee. Second world problem. I had a weird first world problem the other day. So someone texted me a joke, and then I wrote back, ha ha ha, and then my phone corrected it to ha ha, as if my phone was like, I don't know if we liked it that much. Your human brain might have enjoyed it. I think phones are just mad because of all the dick pics. You guys know. You guys sending dick pics? The 3 guys, no dick pics? They're old-fashioned. They send out mailed out Polaroids with their dick. Because a dick pic says, I want to come to your house and have sex with you. A mailed out Polaroid says, I'm already in your house. Look in the background, that's you sleeping. I'm the guy in the balaclava. I take all my dick pics, flaccid dick, legs behind my head, Oakley sunglasses. How I do it. The weirdest dick thing I had was me and my buddy were in a car trying to leave, and this homeless guy came up and just started jerking off on our car. It was very pirate-like, like, rah! And it was like a bum dick, like it was red. And look, The dick looked like someone, like a dog bit it off and chewed it up and then spit it out. Someone like ran over with an old-fashioned lawnmower. And they reattached it, but they did it bad. Like, it looked sloppy. It looked leaky. That's the best way to describe it. It looked like he pees and he stops peeing, but it just keeps going. It doesn't matter. So this guy's jerking off on the car, and my buddy goes, "Run him over." I'm like, we can't just kill him. He's not raping me, he's just sort of raping everybody. And then I look up and I go, fuck, now I made eye contact with him. And I'm like, if he comes right now. And then this fucking guy looks at me and he goes, "I can't come, like it was my fault." And I'm gonna run up and be like, well, he's gotta come, we gotta figure this out. Make sure he comes. So eventually we're like, let's make a break for it. We run, my friend's shoe kicks off and he goes, "Grab my shoe." I go, "You're on your own, just close your mouth." I get around the corner, there's this lady there, I'm like, there's this fucking bum jerking off my car, and she goes, "Oh, don't worry, that's the guy that can't come." I go, what the fuck? Everyone knows. Everyone knows that's just the bum that can't come. You call the police, they're like, "Did he come? We don't leave the precinct unless there's a juicy load of bum semen. If he didn't come, we don't come." Click. I ain't one of the type of girl that wants you to get in fights at bars and shit. They'll be like, "This guy looked at me weird, get him." And you're like, who the fuck do you think you're on a date with right now? Steven Seagal, like the bachelorette party. Like, these guys for sure are gonna get their boyfriends into fights one day. You know what I mean? This is what happened. I was at a bar, right? This girl I was with, she pushed a guy and then the guy slapped her and I'm like, now I'm involved. You know what I mean? And she looks at me, she's like, "Why'd you let him do that?" I go, "I didn't let him. He didn't ask me for permission." Like, "Ryan, you mind if I give her one?" I'm like, get it. And she's like, "You should take this guy outside." And I'm like, "Are you out of your mind? This guy just slapped a girl in public. Can you imagine what he'll do to me in private?" Fucking women. And then the guy was in my face and I'll go, "Man, you shouldn't hit girls." He goes, "What the fuck did you just say?" Sometimes bitches deserve it. Talk to her, get her to apologize to you. You don't deserve this. Like, I went to the gym recently and I got stuck under the bar and had to yell for help. I'm like, "Help!" No one helped. I go, "Help!" I just hear one kid go, that's it. And then the biggest guy in the gym came over, but instead of helping, he just yelled encouraging shit like, "Come on, you got this! No pain, no gain! Just do one more!" And I'm like, I haven't done one total. That would be the only one. Gym's also the first place I found out my dad's a psychopath. I watched my dad get dressed and he put his pants on last. Shoes, socks, shirt, dick out like a psychopath. Picture that. Put his pants on over top of the shoes. Like, ah! "You want to get food?" I'm like, "Your dick's out. You're dressed like a human being." I remember my mom was like, "Listen, me and your dad are getting divorced." And I was like, "Yeah, I know the pants thing. That makes sense." My mom's worse though, like I do a TV show, which means kids will call me gay on the internet sometimes. That's one of them. But lately my mom's got in the habit of defending me to people, which is super fucked up. This kid was like, "This TV show's a piece of shit." And my mom goes, "Maybe you should watch all the episodes before you make your decision." And then, this kid goes, "What are you, his mom?" And I'm like, "Don't answer that." And she does, she goes, "Yes, I am his mom, and I have 2 other kids also," which isn't even relevant. Just bragging, I guess. And this kid goes, "Well, your son's gay," and she goes, "No, he's not, but my other son is. There's nothing wrong with that," which is true. Now you argue with that fucking 10-year-old on the internet. And this kid goes, "Well, at least Ryan's mom's a MILF," and she goes, "Thank you." Like she took the compliment. She's looking okay though, huge tits, the whole package. Don't get ideas, my stepdad Brian's been crushing that pussy. I come home, my mom's walking funny. Brian's like, "That's my pussy." I'm like, "Listen, I don't want any trouble." He says to stay away from the pussy, and I'm like, "For the record, I was there first." Brian, he says, "Call me dad." He's very aggressive, my stepdad makes me call him dad. He even makes my dad call him dad. My brother is gay though, or sorry, was gay, we killed him for the Lord. No, he is gay, I know, because I had sex with him. What a fag! Okay, my family hates when I do comedy. You know, you don't see too many homophobic people, but recently, like, I was in Brantford, and I was like, my brother's gay, and this lady in the back goes, oh, gross! And then I looked, and she had no teeth. Girl said gross with no teeth? I like to think it's because the only dentist in Brantford's, like, super gay. I ain't letting no homo touch my teeth, no way! I like to think it's related, like a bunch of gay dudes beat their teeth out with dildos. We need your teeth for gay stuff. She's like, who are you? And they're like, we're the tooth fairies. Gay people know how to party though. Like I went to this bar, Cruisin' Tango with my brother, and there was a glory hole in the stall. Are you guys wooing for the glory hole? Is there even a girl glory hole? How the fuck would that work? Like two just leg holes, and then a middle vagina hole, and they'd have to like sidle up. Well, spoiler alert for the dude glory hole. It's a guy sucking your dick every time. It's not a Kardashian at the other side of that glory hole. I'd be afraid to stick my dick through a glory hole. Imagine you stuck it through and someone just put like a beehive on it. Anything can happen. You stick your dick through, it's just like an underage girl and a cop waiting to arrest you. Puts the handcuffs on your dick and then a beehive, and he's like, that's a sting operation. Comedy. You know why I love gay people? Because they're the only minority group that made theirs negative stereotype a whole parade. Like if you think gays, it's like being sassy and dicks, that's the whole parade. There's no women's march where they're in aprons like baking pies and trying irrationally in the workplace. Okay, obviously women are on the come up and men are on the come down. I think we could all agree on that. Yeah, right? But there's some things women are never going to be able to beat men at, and I'm sorry, but women are never going to beat men at kidnappings and murders. We're the returning champions. Men have kidnapped. We're the John Cenas of kidnappings and murders. And school shootings, you never turn on the TV and it's like 13-year-old Stacy just shot up her high school. Like, look at women. Chloroforming people in a park, that's guys every time. You don't hear about the maxi pad bandit. Chloroforming guys with their maxi pad. No chloroform, just the normal smell. Dragging him back to her basement, keeping him in a cage for 5 years. He's like, I'm hungry, you can have pussy again! 5 years later, he comes out in a blanket to Sarah McLachlan playing. I will remember you. I was like, I did that for feminism! The only thing girls have a monopoly on is drowning their own kids. Returning champions! You guys got that one on lock. It is a weird time. Like, it's hot to be a victim right now. You ever see people out, like, victim each other on the internet? Like, the other day someone goes, I think I would know because I'm gay, and this other person goes, I know a little better because I'm trans. I just want someone else to be like, well, I'm First Nations disabled trans. Internet explodes. We found our victim of the year. The ultimate in oppression. And so, like, hey, I do TV stuff, and I was pitching this like show about guys in bands at this network, and then guy at the network's like, is there any way we're trying to do stuff with refugees because refugees are hot right now? And I was like, what? And he goes, can we put refugees in this show? And I'm like, I'm not adding a bunch of refugees to this band. What are you talking about? I came to this country to rock! Like, their new band, we're the Refugees. Our new hit song, Staying Alive. I am actually transitioning. Someone's like, which way? Okay, no, it's a new thing girls bring me home. They're like, where's your dick? I'm like, check your pocket. I'm a transition. It's a new thing. You guys will get there in 2018. No, but I just turned 31, and okay, all these things happen. The guy's had voice surgery, right? And I went to the doctor, and he's like, this is what you need to do for your voice. He's like, I'm 31, he goes, what you need to do is you need to walk more upright and talk at a lower register. Like, walk like this and talk like this. And I'm like, dude, I'm 31, I'm not gonna start walking and talking differently. Are you out of your mind? Just show my buddy's house, like, where are we going tonight? You guys wanna go to the bar? Like, we're going, you can't come, you're out of the crew. I have a buddy who just got an earring at 31, and we have not let him hear the end of it. Because you know he had to go to the mall and go to Claire's, sit next to a 6-year-old girl. What are you getting? I'm getting a sapphire. Her dad's like, can you not talk to my daughter, please? Also, this doctor goes, it's better for your voice if you sleep sitting up. And I was like, also better for people thinking you're a fucking psychopath. You don't come in, I'm just like, I've been expecting you. Talking about doctors are fucked. I had to get tested at the Queen Inspirada Medical Center and they lost my pee sample. And the girl called me, she's like, we lost your sample. I go, what? She goes, don't worry, it happens all the time. I go, all the time? What the fuck is happening? They just have the clumsiest guy transporting the pee? Just comes back drenched. Well, it happened again. Mommy told you to stop wearing the rollerblades. I've been coming quick lately. I'm on a bad run. You know when you're 16 and you're like, dick's just like a shaken up pop can and the world's a pack of Mentos? Ladies, do you know when you're 16 and your dick's like that? I'm very southern and apologetic though. I was like, why'd you come so quick? And I'm like, I do apologize. You are just too beautiful. It's like, can you get hard and fuck again? Ooh, I do not want to overdose on the beauty. Mother taught me gluttony is a cardinal sin. I must be sleeping now. Your Uber awaits you. My buddy's a counterfeit Viagra dealer. And then I started doing it and talking about it on stage, and now I'm a counterfeit Viagra dealer. Anyone here ever do Viagra? You ever do Viagra? She'll tell, she's gonna tell me. Like, I'm sorry, but she's gonna tell me. How long have you been together? What's your answer? You didn't seem to like that answer. 26 years, and you said 20 years. What 6 years did you forget? My guess is the 6 years that he wasn't on Viagra. If you want Viagra, all you do is ask for it. You go to the doctor, I'm like, I need Viagra. He just has to take your word. There's no procedure. He starts jerking you off like, this guy doesn't need Viagra. Second doctor's a medical procedure called blowing you like, this guy, you kidding me? You jerked me off, you blew me, am I getting this Viagra? And they're like, oh, we don't work here. That's weird. I sold my buddy some and he calls me at like 4 in the morning. He's like, dude, my dick's been hard for 3 hours. What do I do? And I'm like, not call me? Like, I'm gonna go over and jerk him off. Like, come on, we'll get through this, man. You know, just don't give me a bad Yelp review. I don't. Whatever you do, that's the last thing. What'd you say? Sheila's my laugh?
No, his laugh.
Did you guys choreograph this beforehand? I'll go, I love your laugh, and then I'll yell his laugh, and then they'll carry us out of there. She's gonna be posting on Facebook, crushed it at Yuck Yucks last night. They were chanting my name, my laugh joke crushed. Are you just commenting on other people's laughs? I love your laugh, that's even weirder. If I do get married, I want my wife to be Muslim just because there's a lot of good shit in there about obeying your husband. And she'll be like, I don't want to do the dishes. I'm like, Allah, she's not doing it. Allah, we had a deal. Talk to her, put your burqa apron on. Thank you. I worship gay Allah. He's like normal Allah, but really gay. Kala, I call him Kala. Allah's a little bit gay. He's like, don't draw me, I look fat. I'm not religious. The only thing I know about religions is every single one hates gays and loves hats across the board. No to gay people, yes to hats. Like whatever God you have, when you die, he's gonna be straight as fuck with a huge hat, fingering a girl. Kid Rock, basically. My name is God! It's my God. I don't want to put a face to your God. They all have hats, though. It's like the Sikhs have hats, and the Jews have a hat, and the Asians wear the Jew hat, but over their mouth. Asian Jewish. Controlling the airflow, controlling the banks. And then the Muslims have a hat, and the girls have a less cool hat. I've never worn a burqa personally, but once I did go tanning naked with just the goggles, and I assume it feels the exact opposite of that. Over that feels the polar opposite. I wouldn't want to date a girl if her ex-boyfriend before me was like an extremist Muslim dude, just because they're like way better at eating out girls. Just, Girls still out there. I want a Muslim woman. There's a lady in the sheet and a freak in the sheets. No to gays though. You know what? I hope God's just gay as fuck. Like you die and he shows up to heaven and he's like, welcome to heaven! Did not see that coming. I thought you hated gay people. I just want to be the only one. Didn't want any gays stealing my thunder. Zeus, I said thunder. Zeus is like, sorry, sir. Thank you. In Saudi Arabia, it's basically illegal to be gay, but they still have lashings in the town square, which is about the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life. Imagine you got caught sucking a dick and they made you get spanked by another guy. I'll be wearing leather like, keep 'em coming, big boy. Oh, I've been bad. I've been real bad. You can't punish gay stuff with more gay stuff. It's like you get caught doing drugs and they make you join a bongathon. I'll never do it again. If I was a gay dude, I showed up to Saudi Arabia and they're spanking people, I'd be like, it's a fucking free-for-all. Saudi Arabia's a gay nightclub. Just like spank, 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 spank. Don't be gay, it's illegal. I lost your daddy. Guys, I'll be right along. I'll be good to play.
There is a lot of Gen Z and millennials or bitches stuff on the internet, which is true a little bit, but I don't like hearing it from someone that's too much older when it'll be like, men used to be men and we used to know how to treat a woman and they would respect us. And it's like, you also used to punch them way more. We used to hold a door for a damsel, but you also used to jam her head in the door if dinner wasn't prepared. So don't get mad at me when I open the door a crack, sidle through, and then don't punch you. That is fair, right? That's a fair trade-off. All I'm saying is chivalry came with a lot of fat lips. Hey. So when your girl's like, oh, would you take a bullet for me? It's like, why don't you just not be on set with Alec Baldwin in the first place? And we don't have to have these conversations. You know who you see it a little bit with, though? The action stars. Action stars back in the day used to be like psychopaths that believed they were the guy, like Seagal and Van Damme. Now they're like media trained. Jason Momoa will be like, everyone needs to recycle like a pussy a little bit. In 1990, Steven Seagal made a movie called Hard to Kill, if you guys remember this. There's one scene where he's in a coma, right? And the nurse comes in, looks at his dick, and she goes, please don't die. She didn't want him to die because his dick's too big. That is an action star. Writing the script, nurse comes in, looks at the stick, pretty impressed. Not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being like, donate to my charity. That used to be Mel Gibson drunk in his car yelling about Jews. A psycho. Let me ask you a question. If you have to call one of your buddies to help you in a fight, do you call your friend with all the right opinions or your buddy who was banned from Facebook twice? Multiple Deweys. He's gotta breathe into the car to start it, but once he does, it's go time. Are you straight? Oh yeah, straight as fuck. You guys see what just happened? I go, you straight? He goes, yeah, I'm straight. She goes, no, he's not. Why does your girlfriend think you're not straight?
We met through theater.
Oh, because you're just like, he does theater. You're like, you straight? He goes, he does theater. So. I mean, yes and no. He doesn't fuck dudes, but like, might as well, you know? But did he experiment with dudes at theater class? She's like, straight up saying you're gay, dude. She goes, so you've never had sex with a guy?
Wow.
5 seconds ago, he's like, you're fucking gay, dude. Ask me questions like that's gay.
I didn't really do anything with.
Well, that went from pretty funny though, from a dude being like, fuck yeah, I'm straight, to like, what? Okay, well. Like, I didn't. It was one night. It was a few nights. I'm married to a guy. Listen. Never had sex with a guy, but you did, like, did you blow a dude? You got blown by a dude. Was it an accident or you knew? Or was it like the trans where it's kind of like you could tell, but you're like, you know, like fucking what? Yeah, no, you look perfect. You guys seem sick. Appreciate it. I have a solution for global warming. I don't know if you guys are gonna like it, but this is my proposal. So there's 1 billion Muslims, and when they pray 5 times a day, on the last pray, they should all have to blow on the earth to cool it down a bit. Like your grandmother would do on a spoon. I knew you wouldn't like it. You guys are thinking the spicy curry breath is gonna make it hotter. That's what you guys are thinking. All right. Well, option 2, the Jews that control the weather, just turn it down a bit. That's just what it says. And whoever solves it first gets Israel. So I'm solving 2 problems at the same time.
If I do get married, I want my wife to be Muslim just because there's a lot of good shit in there about obeying your husband. And she'll be like, I don't want to do the dishes. I'm like, Allah, she's not doing it. Allah, we had a deal. Talk to her. Put your burqa apron on. Thank you. I worship gay Allah. He's like normal Allah, but really gay. Kala, I call him Kala. Allah's a little bit gay. He's like, don't draw me, I look fat. I'm not religious. The only thing I know about religions is every single one hates gays and loves hats. Across the board. No to gay people, yes to hats. Like whatever God you have, when you die, he's gonna be straight as fuck with a huge hat, fingering a girl. Kid Rock, basically. My name is God! My God, I don't want to put a face to your God. They all have hats though. It's like the Sikhs have hats and the Jews have a hat and the Asians wear the Jew hat but over their mouth. Asian Jewish. Controlling the airflow, controlling the banks. And then the Muslims have a hat and the girls have a less cool hat. I've never worn a burqa personally, but once I did go tanning naked with just the goggles, and I assume it feels the exact opposite of that. Over that feels the polar opposite. I wouldn't want to date a girl if her ex-boyfriend before me was like an extremist Muslim dude, just because they're like way better at eating out girls. Just crossed the line there. I want a Muslim woman. There's a lady in the sheet and a freak in the sheets. No to gays though. You know what? I hope God's just gay as fuck. Like you die and he shows up to heaven and he's like, welcome to heaven! Did not see that coming. I thought you ate a wanted gay people. I just wanted to be the only one. Didn't want any gays stealing my thunder. Zeus, I said thunder. Zeus is like, sorry, sir. Thank you. In Saudi Arabia, it's basically illegal to be gay, but they still have lashings in the town square, which is about the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life. Then you got caught sucking a dick and they made you get spanked by another guy. I'll be wearing leather like, keep 'em coming, big boy. Oh, I've been bad. I've been real bad. You can't punish gay stuff with more gay stuff. It's like you get caught doing drugs and they make you join a bongathon. I'll never do it again. If I was a gay dude, I showed up to Saudi Arabia and they're spanking people, I'd be like, it's a fucking free-for-all. Saudi Arabia's a gay nightclub. Just like spank, 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 spank. Don't be gay, it's illegal. Allah's your daddy. Guys, I've been right along. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Peace, Toronto. Peace.
Recently, my girl was like, we should get tested, and I was like, we've been together a year and a half, like you haven't. This is the same person that when we first started dating, she was like, just so you know, I can't get pregnant, and I was like, sick, like whatever. But then 6 months in, I was like, wait, why can't you get pregnant? She was like, well, I just assumed because I've never been pregnant. I'm like, what? The fuck? Coming inside this person. And by the way, we did get tested, and the most fucked up thing, so the place called me back, they're like, you guys need to come in again because we spilled your pee sample. What? She goes, don't worry, it happens all the time. I'm like, all the time? Tell me some science shit. Not like we got the clumsiest doctors transporting the pee. Comes back drenched like, well, it happened again. Who told you to stop wearing the rollerblades? I don't know, do we go back to condoms? Do you wear condoms? For sure. Ladies? Girls have to at least pretend they want to wear a condom or else it's suspicious. Right? Like you can be like, I don't want to wear, if you're like, I'm going to put a condom on, the girl's like, no, no, no. You're like, what the fuck are you up to? I need the nectar. Oh, what? Because a girl can like trap a dude. A guy can't trap a girl. Like, ha, got you pregnant. You're not going nowhere. She's like, give me $1,000 a month for the rest of your life. You can't trap a girl with a baby. If you want to trap a girl, you have to do it slowly and methodically. Bring her away from her friends. Make her dependent on you financially. Hit the wall behind her head, sort of hard. Scare her a little bit. I had to convince my girlfriend to stop wearing makeup. Pimp her out for money. If you want to be that person, I'm not saying it's me. No, my girl's a little crazy. She'll grab my phone and be like, who the fuck is Nicole? You'd be like, that's you. You're like, yeah, she'll grab my phone, who the fuck is Nicole? And you'd be like, that is your name. Text from you also asking who Nicole is. The other day, a hot girl was walking by. Like, we went crazy, but indifferent. But like, the other day, a hot girl was walking by, but my girl goes, you better not think that girl's hot. And I'm like, you need me to not think another girl's hot? How dead inside do you need a guy? Then his friends are like, that girl's hot, right? And I'm like, I can't tell anymore. Check out those titties. Titties? Is that something we as a male species value? Shit never ends for a dude. Doesn't matter how old. I was on set, this guy was 90 years old, and he goes to me, he goes, hey, check out that girl's ass. And I was like, oh, still? I thought that ended at some point. But it doesn't. Guys that were like 95, about to die, still just like, okay, where's the pussy at? You never see a 95-year-old woman like, where's the dick at?
Grandma's hungry. Oh, someone's grandma. Black guy knows. He's like, oh, I found a couple. I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck a 9-year-old woman. I don't give a shit. She's got an oxygen tank to breathe. If anything, during sex, she asks you to choke her, you just turn down the oxygen. It's the only way she can come.
Girls are allowed to have their tits out in public, but you don't see a lot of them doing it, which is kind of messed up, because if you don't use your rights, you lose them, ladies, but I guess you don't care. But they do always have that conversation, right? They're like, should girls be allowed to breastfeed in public? And I guess some people are like, no, and some guys are like, you can squirt it on me for all I care. Yeah, I think girls should be allowed to breastfeed wherever they want, but I also do think if the baby's full, you should have to offer the rest to any guys that are thirsty in the vicinity, because there's kids starving in Africa. Do you remember parents used to say that? There's kids starving in Africa, you gotta eat your food. African kids love it when you finish your food. It's like their favorite thing, right? They get stoked. They're like, yes! I knew we could do it. And they get pissed when you don't finish. They're like, what the hell? Not even the broccoli? Do you remember you used to have all those commercials for starving African kids? You don't see them anymore because we solved it by eating our vegetables, so congratulations. Yeah. No, it didn't help, but it kind of felt like it did a little bit, right? It's kind of like going up to a homeless guy and you're like, really good news. I'm using every room in my house. There was an empty room, but I put an office there in solidarity. There will be no waste in the Long household. But most guys aren't gonna look if a girl's breastfeeding. Sometimes they're making a bit of a show of it, though, right? No? Well, I don't know if you know, on YouTube, there's all these like tutorials for breastfeeding to help new mothers. 12 million views on these videos, right? It's probably just 12 million new mothers, right? That's probably most likely what that is. 12 million new mothers leaving comments like, wish I was the baby. Like, yeah. He's a thirsty boy, isn't he? Save some for Doug. There's 0 channels where it's a dude doing like a testicular cancer exam. And 12 million women are like, do the left one. Yeah, don't forget the left ball. Vagina's just worth more than dick. That's simple arithmetic. Girls can sell their used panties on the internet for thousands of dollars just because it touched your vagina. That's crazy, right? Everything a dick touches is immediately worth less money. That is a fact. Watch, give me your drink. I'll do a demonstration of the devaluing power. Algorithms are a little on dudes' asses right now, though. You know, they'll just send you pictures of naked girls all day long when you're scrolling, and if you stutter with your finger, the algorithm is like, you are the titty man for the rest of your life. And then your girl's like, why is your phone all hot chicks? And you're like, I'm being fucking set up here, man. Mark Zuckerberg's out to get me. In real life, a girl doesn't walk by with her tits out, you take a peek, and for the rest of the day, she's everywhere. I'm at the bank, and I take a break. You looked once, you look forever. Trying to get dudes off the conspiracy videos, that's what's happening. They see you looking at MK Ultra late at night, they're like, send in the titties. Close up this third eye. What's the Federal Reserve been up to? Titties. You can't have flat earth, but you can have round tits. That's the algorithm saying to you. That's how they keep you depressed. I don't know if you know that, but the depression rate's like super high here. In China, it's like 4% because slave labor cures depression. They don't want you to know that, but no, it is high here though. I saw a commercial for a depression medication and the side effects were suicidal thoughts, so it's not a great product, you know. All right, what if it doesn't work? They're like, well, just say you won't be depressed one way or the other after you take it. You can have a side effect that's worse. That's like, we have a medication for CTE, and the side effects are you might beat your wife more. It's worse. That's like if you went to get the vaccine for COVID. Well, that's a bad example because that one's perfect, but there are potentially... Oh, God. Now they're sending me titties again. This is what happens. These algorithms. There was an entire era of dating where girls were shaving off their eyebrows, then drawing on new eyebrows. Do you remember? And no guy liked it, but we still all went on dates with you like nothing out of the ordinary here. Just on a date with Mrs. Potato Head currently. Can you imagine before a date, if I shaved off my beard, then drew on a new one with Sharpie? Just showing up some zigzags. Fuck it, I'm a Middle Eastern DJ tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Not a chance. We can't even wear a toupee without it being weird, but girls can wear 2 eyelash toupees, and that's acceptable. I remember the first time I saw a girl's eyelash on my pillow, and you're just like, what just happened? Either this woman is dying, or I just fucked her eyelash off. It's one of the two. Hey, either she's sick or I'm sick. It's one of the two. We're kind of tricked so easily, though. I feel like it bothers normal girls sometimes, because girls can have fake tits, eyebrows, and hair, and every dude's just like nice and natural. And normal girls are like, you can't tell, it's all fake. And we're like, shut up, no lips. That's what a woman looks like now. The Kardashians made a few updates. And one of the greatest marketing moves in history, kind of, right? Kardashians are like, remember supermodels? Now it's gonna be a little short troll. Looks like her face was stung by all the bees. And it worked. Because they got black guys on board. That's how you change culture. Not even in a weird way. Black guys were like, we think the Kardashians are hot. And white guys were like, I think that too now. Black guys can be like, we're doing shoes on the wrong feet, and white guys are like, if that's the deal, that's the deal. I'm not here to argue with basketball players and rappers about what's hot. We just get tricked. That's probably happening in every culture of the world, too. There's probably some tribe in Africa where the girls have all the long necks with the rings, and all the African bros are like, yo, you see the fucking neck on... All their wives are like, you can see the rings, you idiots. And they're like, no one's talking to you, no-necked bitches. We're looking at necks right now. What God intended. We're gonna talk about race now. Deal with it, white boy.
It is a weird time. Like, it's hot to be a victim right now. You ever see people out, like, victim each other on the internet? Like, the other day, someone goes, I think I would know because I'm gay, and this other person goes, I know a little better because I'm trans. I just want someone else to be like, well, I'm First Nations disabled trans. Internet explodes. We found our victim of the year. The ultimate in oppression. And so, like, hey, I do TV stuff, and I was pitching this, like, show about guys in bands at this network, and then guy at the network's like, is there any way we're trying to do stuff with refugees because refugees are hot right now? And I was like, what? And he goes, can we put refugees in this show? And I'm like, I'm not adding a bunch of refugees to this band. What are you talking about? I came to this country to rock! Like, their new band, we're the Refugees. Our new hit song, Staying Alive. I am actually transitioning. Someone's like, which way? Okay, no, it's a new thing girls bring me home. They're like, where's your dick? I'm like, check your pocket. I'm a transgition. It's a new thing. You guys will get there in 2018.
I got a buddy who's getting married and he's taking his wife's last name, but he said he wants her to take his first name. Like they're both going to be Doug Smith. Very progressive. Me and my girl are pretty progressive. If the bill comes, they're like, "Sir, will you be paying?" And I'm like, "Wow, chauvinist piece of shit. She will pay her share." 2018. I think girls will pay a little bit less on dates just because they have to pay for makeup to cover their ugly faces. Well, just because God made men's faces perfect. And women have to finish the job every morning. Yeah, I agree. It was a bad deal you got. God's like, "We got the men ready. Send them out." What about the women? "Need another half an hour. Send them out. They'll figure it out. Just invent makeup." No, I actually think girls look better without makeup, but they would get mad if you say that. Like, you'd be like, "Oh, you look better without makeup." My girl would be like, "Fuck you." You're like, "Sounds like a compliment." Right? It's the makeup companies that are like, "Let's face it, ladies, you're gross. Paint your eyelids blue like a bird. Paint your beak red. Fly south for the winter." On the internet, some people were complaining, they're like, "We need to stop testing makeup on animals." And I was like, who gives a shit? Yeah, but I didn't realize they were torturing the animals. I thought they were just putting it on them. Like, I was picturing a cat in a makeup chair. Like, how much mascara till this cat looks like a whore? Like, ugh. We made whiskers look fuckable. Imagine magic we can do on you. I'd love to wear makeup. I wore makeup once and my girl was like, "Oh, you can't do blackface, it's racist." Yeah, I'm not gonna be a white Bill Cosby for Halloween. Grow up.
Moving to America as a Canadian has been difficult. Immigrant coming through, the constant discrimination that I've felt as a Canadian man has been an uphill battle.
I wouldn't expect you guys to understand my struggles as an immigrant.
Oh, because I'm Canadian, you don't want to serve me.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, hey, how's it going? My green card? Yeah, so you don't have to call ICE or anything, I do have it.
Look at every other country where the girls aren't allowed to speak. The guys just wear pajamas all day long.
I always dreamed of leaving that village to come to America to do stand-up comedy, only to find out that even comedy clubs aren't welcoming to my kind. Do you guys have any Canadian food? Like moose cock sandwiches or anything like that?
Hot dog, got sausage, Italian sausage.
Guys, I don't want any trouble.
Babe, I'm spooked.
I've been called a knucklehead, ice back, puck chaser, hoser. You know, Rick Moranis was attacked on the street for his heritage, showing us that we still have a long way to go.
It was about filming at the Green Market.
Because of the Canadian thing?
No.
I have a green card, though.
Okay, just the rules that we have about
Canadians.
filming. So
Do you think that men are more depressed or they're just better at following through on their plans? What do you guys think?
It's been a readjustment. Mom, I'm telling you, you flush the toilet and it just disappears. You don't have to carry it to the doo-doo cabinet anymore. So it's just like this? I don't get it. Why don't you just use the slop trough? I hope my new stand-up special blazes a path so lesser-known comedians like Mike Myers, Jim Carrey, Howie Mandel, Tom Green, Russell Peters, Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys, and Jenny Jones won't have to overcome the same obstacles I did as their careers progress. Watch my stand-up comedy special, White Immigrant, March 7th at youtube.com/RyanLongComedy and help end Canadian hate. You seen this? It's like an underground space canoe.
Dude shit! Dude shit! I have a friend who's actually in a progressive relationship. He's getting married and he's going to take his wife's last name, but he wants her to take his first name. Like, they're both going to be Doug Smith. It's a 2019 thing. He will be breastfeeding that child as well. 50-50 everything. She breastfeeds for 10 minutes, then the kid sucks on his dad's tits while they pour milk on his head in the name of equality. The kid's like, "I don't want to suck on my dad's tits." The kid's 12. Listen, you sexist pig. This is how we do it in this family. Listen, I know what you're thinking. There's no point of a man breastfeeding. Well, yeah, there's no point of female firefighters, but as a society, sometimes we need to jam a square peg in a round hole in the name of progress. If you guys were male feminists like me, you'd be willing to make those sacrifices.
No, I don't know if you know this, but 25% of women actually make more than their husbands now, which means that 75% of women still need to pull their weight. But getting there. I have a friend who's actually like a male stay-at-home mother right now, and yeah, his wife's like a female businessman, and he's living the dream. He calls us during the day. He's like, guys want to party? We're like, no, we have shit to do. He's like, sucks to be you. Playing video games every once in a while. He gives the baby chips or whatever the fuck. She comes home and her wife beat her or partner beat her or whatever. Lets him have it.